need any info?
I'll be giving that. Just let us work it out.
Okay. All right.
Hi,
Hi,
I'm Stella. So, what is your name?
Elizabeth.
And how are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Why do you think you're here today?
To record a shoot.
Okay. There's a letter in the yellow envelope to your right hand side. Can you please open it and read it aloud?
Yeah.
Take your time.
Dear someone, the contractor came to our lands in our country to recruit us, and he painted a beautiful picture of the job. He told us that he was going to need $2,000 to have everything fixed: house, food, and transportation once we get to Miami. The second time we met with this man, he indicated that the charge was increased to $5,000. Honestly, the situation in our country was very difficult, and I decided to take the opportunity in hopes of giving my family a better future. Before arriving at the airport, I realized that we were a group of about 40 people. The contractor told us that we had to pass with the money ourselves because they were not going to let him pass with all that money. Imagine 40 people times $5,000. We're talking about $200,000. That's when I became suspicious because he told us to keep the money and we were not going to hear from him for 15 days. I arrived in Miami on October 8, 2013, and I was part of the third group. I think it was the last one. When we arrived to the place, I was disappointed. The man lied to us in a big and illegal way. You should see the pictures of the beautiful place that he showed to us back in Honduras. We spent 15 days in the house, living in conditions that you can't even imagine. It was a mousetrap. The house smelled like mold. The walls looked like they were painted with mud or even human waste. I could say it was disgusting. This place was literally filled with rats to the point where we couldn't even cook. You can hear them. It was a tiny place, and there were 8 of us living together. The contractor never gave us back the money. It was always one excuse after another when we saw him in the crops. We didn't even make enough money to be able to leave the place. Then I thought to myself, where would I go if I did not know or have anyone? I was lonely and isolated. We hardly ate since we worked most of the day and had no money to buy food. I was so angry, disappointed, sad, and living in fear of not knowing what will happen tomorrow. The fact of knowing that I could have legal problems made me spend every day between anguish and anxiety. Can you imagine how hard it is to not have contact with your family, starving and thinking that maybe your food was being poisoned, or not being able to use the bathroom inside the house because it was more sanitary to go outside, or not knowing if that day you will have electricity and water to shower? I had to endure a year living in these conditions. I would even talk to the rats to not drive myself crazy. Could you imagine living like that? Sincerely, a survivor. P.S. Would you be my voice?
Okay, so what are your emotions after reading this letter?
I think immediately it's like, yeah, we know that there are people that, like, this is real. This is real, and it's a reminder, but then I feel like we've also gotten so cold and so distant where sometimes, I don't know, but it makes me angry. I feel anxious, and it's just not fair.
And if the survivor was in front of you, what would you say to her?
I don't know how you've made it to this point. That's just not right.
And after reading that, would you be their voice?
I would want to. I would definitely want to. And it's something in my heart, actually, to try to be that voice with my life.
Do you have any final things to say?
I think that it's hard. But I think that for the survivor, I guess it's just knowing that there are people that are reading their story. There are people that are becoming aware of this, and I think that it's something that's becoming more talked about, and I'm glad that it is. And I guess also just that I'll be praying, like, and I know that whatever that person believes in or whatever, like, even in the midst of all of that mess, God is there. And so just that they know that in the depths of their heart. Hi, my name is Liz, and I will be your voice.
Thank you. Scott. Thank you for coming, Liz.
Thank you so much. Do you feel less nervous now, like after knowing?
No.
No, I feel more nervous.